Hello, welcome. This is Dungeons of the Obelisk, video 9. Um, I'm Joe Sleppy. I'm Executive Prime at Knobcat Games. Should probably get the game open. Let's see here. Should pop up. There it is. It's a little big. Just a second. Let's start the game. Got a sync now. We set it up so it automatically syncs for our data, so I don't have to remember to sync every time so that, new changes get brought in. Check out this energy drink I got. Unrelated to Dodo, but still cool. Let's see, what am I thinking here? Yeah, once everything syncs, we pop right into the game, so give it a second to build a database. Obelisk grants you a gift. This is the daily login reward. The obelisk here at the top, and we'll collect our 5,000 gold. And let me go to the settings and change this to be off of full screen and 1280 by 720. Perfect. Okay, that looks much better for you guys. Yeah, that looks great. I got the sound turned down, so let me turn the music volume up just a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it there or not, but it shouldn't be too loud where you can't hear it over my voice. But I've been playing this character for a while, testing everything out. So I'm remotely powerful. I've got a couple legendaries. I bought some stuff at the shop, these artifacts and companions and stuff. Just a bunch of junk in my inventory right now. I've only found these 2 legendaries so far. I've not been playing. Let's see how long I've been playing for. 11 hours. But I know that a lot of that was me not being at the computer and letting the game just sit idle. So yeah, it's probably more like 8 hours for me to get through everything. Hi, I'm Binsby. This is Binsby. They're the jeweler in town, but they make astrolabes, so we're going to collect our astrolabes. I'm going to show you guys the town. This is the shopkeep, Quilwyn. They run the shops in town, so we have all of our shops now. This is Rodney the necromancer. He says, be careful in the dungeons or you may need my services. This is the snack juice salesman. We can buy some snack juice off of him. And let's see, this is just an NPC that my wife says kind of looks like Zoro from One Piece. What else? Let's salvage our junk at the blacksmith. We do not need any of this. Let's just salvage it. It shows you what materials you got. Perfect. Let's see. This art in this town is amazing. Ben just did so good. I can't wait till there's like tons of people hanging out in here. Room to expand. Just move these buildings, I guess. Here's the dock. This is Ilune. Let's see if I can get her to say her name. She has lots of stuff to tell you to help you out. Oh, there it was. She says, hi, I'm Ilune the Wizardess. I'm here to help. Something like that. So we got 8 astrolabes from our jeweler, which we can use in the breach. But we're going to do the dungeons first because we have our 95 energy, and then we're going to spend our 8 astrolabes. And I just remembered something. I need to hide the bosses because you guys aren't supposed to be able to see the bosses yet. That's like the one thing we're keeping secret before launch. Let me see what else I got in my inventory. Let's open this, get some buffs going, because I don't want this video to last forever. We also have, okay, we need some snack juice. Use one. Let's check out the shops for today, actually. I can't remember what I need. I want to make, oops. There's a little bit of movement bugs in the town yet. PJ needs to fix those a little. They're like the bugs we were used to have in the dungeon, but now they're in the town. Sneaker grease I do not have, so I can't make any weird contraptions right now. So we're just gonna use one of each of these. The metal detector for gold find, and the goggles for item find. And I think that's it. I think that's all the buffs I can have right now. Let's open these Astro Packs though, just for, or these Saturday sauces, I mean. 40 zap energy and half a dozen of the finest Astro Packs. All right, let's get in here. Let's hope the boss, because I'm not editing this video, so if the boss hiding button doesn't work, then you guys aren't gonna see. This is the dev panel. I think I've said this before in other videos. This won't be here in the final game. That's for us as devs to be able to do some things to help us play test and stuff. Also, check out my little frog. This is Mr. Donut. Can see him a little better here. His inventory icon isn't official yet. It's still got his tongue sticking out of his head from a little bug that we had, so he's gonna get that fixed. But he does follow you around in the dungeons and stuff. So let's go level 10. Let's see if we can get some legendaries this time. Leveled up Paragon. So as you can see, I got a rune stone and we rolled a hound, which is kind of the worst roll you can get. But let's go assign our points anyways. I'm putting everything in speed. I'm not really sure. I kind of need more karma maybe, but it's been working okay. Trying to think of what's new since the last video. Usually before I do these videos, I watch the previous video and then I know like what you guys saw and what you didn't, but I kind of forgot. I was like, all right, I'm doing the video. I'm not putting it off anymore. So, oh yeah, I know the new stuff here. First of all, the cursor. So let's pause here for a second. The cursor is a little sword now. So I think you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So it's a little sword that Ben drew, and the attacks now have different colors. So instead of just the straight up blue, green, yellow, like red, like super bold colors, now like they match. Ben's colored them himself. So, or Ben's picked the colors and then TJ like programs them in, but those are our attack icons. The other thing is this turn meter at the top of the game, at the top of the screen, now is like actual UI that matches the bottom and stuff instead of just being random lines. We need to pause on a victory screen as well, so you guys can see the new victory banner. There we go. So it says victory now at the top. It always said victory, I think, but now it looks fancy. Ben drew that too. So most of the updates since the last one are just bug fixes and new UI elements. and of course the final town map as well. So there's not like a ton of new stuff to see. Like the game's pretty much in its final state, but we have to do a lot of bug fixing, just tweaking and testing, and none of the server stuff works yet. Josh is still going to be working pretty hard on the server stuff. And I just realized I looked at my desktop, so I'm going to turn the master volume down because the sound effects I think are kind of loud right now. Let's put that there, and we'll leave the legendary one up in case we get a legendary. But hopefully those weren't too loud. This will make it a little quieter. Oh, there's the boss. So the boss is still hidden from you guys. You can see the boss has this little elite mob indicator icon, so that's new too. And the health bars aren't just like pixel red, white bars now. Ben actually drew these himself, this like swatch, which looks pretty cool to me. Ooh, we got an offhand, a shield. I'm not really going for like defensive stuff though in this build. It's a decent shield, but not quite what I'm looking for. I'll equip it anyways though, just so you guys... Oh, here's our dungeon complete banner. Let's return to Topia, and let's look at this shield real quick. I think it's going to glow once Nika gets to animating it. This little gem is going to glow, and then this pattern on it. But right now, not the best for what I'm doing. We did get a new Inclement sword, but I think even though it's better stats, major stats, I think the health regen and stuff on the on my Remorse is much better. It just has more powerful attacks than this one. Yeah, I can slice everybody for like a max of 448, or I can skull rumble everybody for a max of 1569. So that's just a more powerful weapon. Let's keep running. Something I should point out, you probably saw it when I was using my buffs earlier, but you can stack buffs as long as if they're the same kind. Like say I used a bunch of snack juice, I wouldn't get more than the 25% to all non-combat stats, but it would stack up. A snack juice lasts for 2 hours, so if I use like 8 of them, it's gonna last for 16 hours. So nothing goes to waste whenever you use it, or it tells you can't use it. So like Barsoons can't be used with baby Barsoons, they don't stack. And there's a few other ones that don't stack, like Licorice, Metal Detector, Goggles. You can use those all at the same time, but if I craft them into a weird contraption, then I can't have Goggles and a weird contraption because they're like the same buff. So it would actually cancel these, like if I put a weird contraption on now. But otherwise, things like the Cosmosoom, the Barsoom, Moonsoom, weird contraptions, those all stack. Like you can have multiple ones at a time. So you can save things up and then stack them for a real good like grind. My guy's pretty tough right now, so we're like smashing through. I don't think it's that fun right now to just show you leveling every time. I think it's more fun to see like the powerful character and kind of go through and just talk about stuff. Eventually I will do like a noob video to like, hey, welcome to the game, like here's some tips and stuff, and I'll focus more on like how to play and stuff. But for now, I think it's more fun to just kind of show you the new stuff in the game and go. I Paragon leveled up, so I got 3 points to assign. So let's stop real quick and go to our Paragon. And I've just been putting stuff in dexterity, like I said. So let's just save that. Two elite blubs. Oh, another new thing is you can click on the mob and see its stats, which you could always do before, but now it shows its idle animation here, and clicking it actually shows its attack animations. So if you like are playing too fast and you don't get to see their animations all the time, you can do that to like see Nika's work. We're just gonna rerun level 10. We're gonna rerun, I think, until I'm out of energy. I'll try to remember new stuff to tell you guys about in the meantime. And let's see. Oh, here's another new UI element that I forgot to talk about. The X up in the top right corner is now like a real X instead of just a pixel art X. And some of the stuff in the inventory is new too. Like, see this inclement sword? So it has dexterity on it, 174 dexterity. And the one we have equipped only has 118 dexterity. So this little green arrow bounces up and down to tell you that you maybe have an improvement. And we can also lock items, which I should do to all the stuff I have equipped, just to be there. It's always been here to lock items, but now we have the lock is like an official Ben art lock. A bug that we had to fix is the character, as they move through the dungeon, they now check every so often, I think it's every half a second, to see where the mobs and chests are. So that way they're always going to the closest one, and if the mob moves, we used to have it where the character would actually go to where the mob was, but if the mob had moved, then the character would go there and stand until the mob came back to where it was. So now the character actually checks all the time. So if the mob moves from the original spot, it doesn't just go to that spot. The character now like can navigate a little better, if that makes sense. It's kind of just another thing that you don't think about at first, you know? And especially as you get your movement speed higher, it makes it better. Probably in future updates, when we get higher and higher movement speed possible, then the character might have to check more often where the mobs are and stuff, because they get to like rubber banding around a little bit. Here's the boss again. I can't wait till you guys can see the boss. There's a little sneak peek if you want to, you can see the boss's head a little bit if you look real close at these turn meter icons. And we paragoned again. So let's keep just putting them in dexterity, I think. I don't know if that's the best use yet, but it seems like you just want to have lots of dex. The more you can attack, the better. To a point, as long as your attacks are powerful enough. I'd like to get a couple more legendaries, maybe a better legendary weapon, but I'd like to get like some pants and shoes and stuff. But you know, it takes time to grind those things out. This is the kind of game you play daily. You burn your energy and see what you get, and then every once in a while you pop all these buffs like I just did, and then do a big grind for like a day or something. But you know, that'll be for when the game actually releases and I'm doing real streams and stuff again. I just critted somebody. I wonder what my crit chance is. Let's stop for a second and check our information, and we can go down to our offensive stats. Oh, my crit chance is only 1.5, which isn't very high. What even has crit chance on it? My feet have damage to elites. Got dodge chance, item find on. Oh, our crit chance is coming from our Mask of Takura, and it's actually rolled pretty bad stats as far as crit chance, but it is a level 11, power level 11 artifact. So, and our Mr. Donut's power level 20. So I got pretty decent rolls on those when I bought them from the shop. We might be able to visit the blacksmith and see if we can power up our mask a little bit. Also, I just remembered, I didn't look at the... Oh look, we can get Nika's ears today from the shop. So let's check those out actually. We can go to wardrobe and equip them on our dude. Yeah, what are they called? They're called Nika's ears. Let's run like this for a little bit. I like my sunglasses better. I'm partial to my sunglasses since they're my sunglasses. Well, those were some pretty fast mobs. Because, like, I'm doing dungeons, which aren't easy, but they're still, like, the first part of the game. So dungeons 1 through 10, that's the first thing you do as a player. So they're meant to be a little easier. And now that I'm as strong as I am and paragoned a bunch of times and stuff, I'm always surprised whenever the mobs are fast enough to hit me. You know, like pretty quickly, the dungeons become just a place to grind out legendaries for materials and stuff. Like, you want to run the breaches and try to get the set pieces there from the boss, but you know, there's cool stuff to be found in the dungeons, but a lot of times it is just for materials to, like, reforge your set pieces and stuff. Ooh, we paragoned and we got a torch this time. That's pretty good. Torches are second best. Let's assign our points, save. Trying to think of what else there is to tell you about that's new. I know there's a lot of, we did a ton of UI stuff. Ben drew so much stuff. Oh, these icons here on the left side of the screen are all new too. The inventory, settings, shop, those are all new, new things. The UI is like so good and it just fits in so well that like I forget that we haven't always had it. Another thing that's new are the buttons. I forgot to tell you that. Like these buttons are brand new, and the frame that goes around everything isn't the button anymore. We used to have the buttons made out of the frame, so. Wow, all glubs. Oh, there was one bat in the middle. Also, these are blubs. All blubs. Let's look at the stats on this guy. He's got 1482 as his total stats. 67 speed, though. I think we're 10 times faster than this blub. Because I think we're in the 600s for our dexterity. Let's look at this elite. 1409 is the total for this guy, and he's got 256 dexterity. So we can like look at these attacks for this bat. Another elite blub. Oh, I just remembered another UI element that I forgot to tell you about. So whenever you pick up an item, now there's this yellow glow around the box that it goes in. So, you know, it tells you where that item can go. So it's useful when you pick up a thing that's like, looks like a main hand, but oh wait, this is an offhand. So that's useful. You know, pants here. Let's see, pick up a shirt. If we pick up one of these pipsqueaks, it shows you that it goes here. Another thing that's new that we're testing out is down here at the bottom. It's behind me. You can see this 197. That's our inventory max. So right now it's set at 200. So we're kind of testing out what it's like having an inventory cap, because there is going to be like server space that takes up, you know, each item takes up a little bit of data on our servers and stuff. So if we let you have like infinite items, you know, that's going to be a lot of space, you know. So we're trying things to make you incentivize you to like delete stuff and not save everything. Because really at some point there's no point in keeping all the rares. You know, you want to lock your legendaries that might be useful later and then delete everything else. So I think a few more items, we might not be able to run our next dungeon. It'll pop up and tell us that our inventory's full. So it's a little annoying as a player, but as a dev, you know, I think it's something that we have to do. So we're testing it out to see how it works, you know. And it's not gonna be like, you can't get a full inventory while you're in a dungeon. So like if you go, say you have 199 out of 200, it'll still let you enter the dungeon and collect all your loot, but then you won't be able to go into the next one because you're full. You're over full, actually. Ooh, we got a grave filler with crit chance, area damage, and physical damage boost. That one's actually... Let's return to Topia and take a look at this. So right now we have 118 dex on our Remorse. And then we could re-roll this and have 128 dex and 3% crit chance, physical damage, and area boost. We'd be giving up 11.8 damage to elites, but we would gain just a straight physical damage boost to everybody. So we might, I might re-roll this. Gain us a little bit of dex. Let's do it just so I can show you guys how it works. Let's reforge this item. Oops, drag it over here. We want it to be dexterity, and then we just need to check we've got enough materials, enough money. Okay, perfect. Okay, now it's actually a dexterity item. So if I click this again, it should tell us the selected trait is already on this item. So you can't accidentally reforge an item to the same thing anymore. And look, it's telling us this grave filler is now a better item than our current one. So it's a little less damage, but it costs less mana, and the fissure might be more powerful than just smashing. Yeah, this grave filler looks like it might be a pretty good improvement. I'll show you guys and check it out. It's got these blood drops that kind of hang, and it's a little weird. Yeah, let's run level 10 now. Oh, you have too many items to enter the dungeon. Try salvaging gear at the blacksmith. Okay, so let's actually look at our inventory. Yeah, I have 209 out of possible 200. So we need to, oh, a little bit of movement bug I was talking about earlier. So we don't need any trash uncommons or rares. So let's just trash all of it, and we'll keep our legendaries for now. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so it's actually counting consumables and crafting materials towards your inventory space. I think we're gonna change that for sure. So let me actually just write a note here so I don't forget about that. Let's see. Consumables and mats shouldn't count to inventory total. Perfect. All right, now, whoops. There's just a little bit of that movement bug. Is so weird because you'll click somewhere and your guy just wants to go somewhere else. actually. So I like Nika's ears, but for me, oops. I guess we'll keep using those. Yeah, that's my cosmetics for now. This axe does seem to be pretty good. It's not as powerful, but the attack, the move that hits everybody costs less mana, so we can use it every turn. So we can always hit everybody, like every turn, if we need to. So I think the attacks are working out better. And then we have an attack random that's really powerful. But if you hit everybody and kill everybody down to one person, one mob, then using the attack random is better because it's guaranteed to hit them. They're the only mob. So I like it. I keep feeling like I should balance the items better. Like I keep thinking I need to, but then I get in and test and they feel really good. Like this axe seems better for our build, but it doesn't seem that much better than the hammer. And some of the items that are really good, you know, there's always going to be an item that's like best in slot, so that's not a problem per se. You know, people want to figure out what's best in slot, so there has to be something. They can't all be perfectly balanced. But as far as, you know, each item fitting into the game right, it feels pretty balanced to me. I'm like always curious what other people play with as they test and stuff, but oh, we should go try to imbue our mask and see if we can get more crit chance. Especially now that we have crit chance on our weapon. It'd be nice to stack up a bunch of it and actually use it. Yeah, so after this dungeon, we'll go imbue, try to power up our mask, and we'll try to power up Mr. Donut as well, see if there's anything for him. And then we'll run some breaches. Let's return to Topia. Let's go to the blacksmith. let's imbue stuff that we have equipped. Okay, so we have one upgrade for Mr. Donut, so I guess we're gonna upgrade his absorb chance. That's the only thing we can do. Oh wait, we don't have a ton of gold actually. So let's put Mr. Donut back in and let's upgrade. We want to upgrade our crit chance on the mask, I think. Let's see if we have enough to do it again. Oh, we do. All right, perfect. Now we have 2.5% crit chance from the mask. Let's salvage all of our stuff since we're here. Yeah, and we have the materials to imbue Mr. Donut, but we do not have enough gold. Perfect. Oh, I wanted to look at my information, see what my crit chance is now. 5.8. We're getting up there. That's a lot better. Let's run some breaches. So I was trying to do these on hard, so let's see how there's normal and hard. So I beat normal. I have hard unlocked, but I haven't beat it yet. So let's see if we can beat hard now that we have this new axe and powered up our mask and stuff. So let's enter the breach on hard difficulty for a plus 100% to our item find. I will pause just for a second so you guys can see this turtle. He Snappington, and he has a chomp attack, which looks fantastic. Nika does so good animating all of these. It's crazy. Ben draws them, they look amazing, then Nika animates them and they're like 10 times more amazing moving around. Just so you guys know, this map is still a placeholder. The battlefield is done though, but the actual dungeon map is placeholder still, so that's why it kind of looks sketchy. Let's look at one of these. This is a Mo. It has a poke attack. Boom. And it has 50% lifesteal, which is a lot of lifesteal, but it doesn't do a ton of damage, so they're not. It's a trash mob, so it's not too tough, but we are doing pretty well against the trash mobs on hard. This turtle's not too tough. The boss is very tough in this area. You know, like if you beat level 10 and unlock the breach, your first go in the breach, usually you usually die. It's pretty tough, you know. But then once you get some legendaries and stuff from the dungeons, then the breach isn't too bad. But each difficulty level jump is a pretty big jump. Ooh, we got some shoes. They just have mana cost reduction and movement speed, so they might not be better than what we have. We'd be giving up a lot of health, and our current shoes actually have damage to elites. So left shift to compare, so we can kind of look at them both. Mana cost reduction is good, but that's a lot of damage to elites. Those are some really good rare shoes. So thing we can do though is go to our wardrobe and equip them, so we can have our legendary shoes equipped cosmetically, even if they're not worth wearing. Yeah, I'd hate to give up, like, what would it be, 600 points of health. That's one of the things about the design of this game. Sometimes you get legendaries and they're worse than rares. Because you're going to need legendaries for crafting materials. So if every legendary was good, you wouldn't have ones to scrap for crafting materials for the good ones. So it's a little bit, you know, sometimes it sucks, but at the same time, you get more legendaries than some other games that I won't mention. But, you know, the trade-off is sometimes they're not as good, but at least you get the crafting materials for them. Here's the boss. Oh, he hit hard. He did like half of our health. Oh, we got an elite. We got 2 elites. There's an elite turtle hiding behind there. And then we have an elite frog that's healing them. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat this. We got to get healed up. Oh yeah, we can't heal enough to, yeah, we're dead. There's Rodney checking us out. We'll resurrect. All right, so we know that Breach hard is still too hard. So let's just do Breach normal and see if we can get some more legendaries, power us up a bit. We're at 47 minutes for the video, so I don't know if we're going to use all of our astrolabes or not. I think I've pretty much covered all the new stuff. Got to see this current state of the game. We'll do a couple more breaches though, I think. Trying to think of what my character needs. Maybe if I roll an item, one item into strength, then my attacks will be a lot more powerful. I won't hit as often, but I have a pretty high dexterity right now. Let's actually look. Yeah, I'm 620 on dex. So swapping to some strength, maybe our main hand to strength would be good. Maybe we'll do that next once we beat this one. I'm gonna go see if swapping to strength helps, and we'll run hard again to see if we can beat it. We want to roll to strength. 100,000. Yeah, we got enough. Let's do it. Perfect. Now we have 495 dex, but we're at 400, almost 400 strength. So, let's see if we have anything here that's an upgrade. We do not. Just items. Or just main hands, I mean. Okay, breach. Hard difficulty. Let's enter. Let's see how it goes now. We're going to be a touch slower, but not that much slower, I don't think. And we are hitting a lot harder now. Like, we took almost all of those turtles' health. Oh, Paragon. Oh. Oh, yeah. I wanna assign my Paragon points. We keep running into mobs. Although, this elite turtle's still pretty tough. Last hard one we did get the elite frog, which is a fribbit, and the elite snappington along with the boss. So that's pretty tough. Like, these frogs can heal a ton. So we weren't doing like any damage to anybody. I think we just triggered a double attack and killed that elite snake real quick. I'm seeing a lot of crits too. Let's heal though. Let's see. Ooh, he's still hitting pretty hard. I mean, we are on hard difficulty, so. Ooh, he's so fast. Alright. So, he's tough, but, like, we only have really one legendary. Like, this one's a legendary, but it rolled really low. Like, 128. The max is 250, so we rolled pretty bad on this grave filler. So if we got another grave filler that was a lot higher, and then maybe some other items, there's lots of major stats to be had on almost all of our gear. We can level up this mask as well. So we're just gonna keep running normal. And just so you know, the difficulties, if I can remember them all, so it's normal, hard, superior, master, and titan. And titan's like impossible right now. Like, that's for like super pro, like grinding for a long time to get on that leaderboard. And yeah, there's leaderboards in town right now. It just shows your best time. Like, it doesn't link with other players and stuff, but eventually the leaderboard in town will show, you know, everybody's scores and stuff, which is basically your time for clearing the, you know, who has the best clear time for the different difficulties. Ooh. We got some Paragon points. I'll show you guys this just for fun. So right now so I put all my points into dexterity, and I guess I put 10 into karma. So we can return points and it'll give us back our 85 points to assign somewhere else. But right now I like where they're at, so I'm not going to do that. But then we can summon all runestones again. So if you look, we have 2 hounds, 1 cross, 4 rivers, a soul, a torch, and then 10 terrapins. So we can summon them all again. The terrapins are locked. That's the best one. So you don't re-roll those, but you can re-roll everything else. And if it rolls better, then you can get some more points. So actually I have a ton of gems up here, so let's just do it. So, and as you see, they'll kind of keep going up here as you roll better and better, and then you'll end up with more terrapins. So see, now we got 0 of all these lower ones, and these 4, 5, these, and then 14 terrapins. So let's do it one more time just for fun. We didn't roll better that time. Nope. There we go. We got 1 more terrapin. So now we can put all of these extra points into our dexterity again. Just a neat little thing. If you have extra gems, you can try to get better rolls on your Paragon points and stack up these terrapins. Really wrecking on normal, but can't quite do hard. Ooh. Oh, it's an Ebon Razor, but it rolled literally the lowest. Like 100 is the lowest roll that it could get, and it rolled 105. But it's a ton of crit damage, so it would make our crits more powerful. And it also attacks when we attack, so there's a little bit of power to be had here. But I don't think we want to give up that many major stats. Yeah, because we have 221 dex right now. So if we equip this, we'd be losing 100 and over 100 dexterity. We'd have to re-roll this too. We're at 58 minutes. This is gonna be the last, excuse me, the last breach for, or the last run or whatever for this video. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I think an hour's plenty long for this video. It's gonna take forever to process when I upload it. I actually have fiber internet now, so it'll probably take me less than 5 minutes to upload this video, and then it'll take like an hour to process. But yeah, if you watch this video the whole way to the end, I appreciate it. That's a lot of video to watch, and I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you're not in our Discord, go to knobcat.com, find that link to the Discord. Oh, guys, I got another terrapin. That's really good. You know, come talk to us in the Discord. Tell us what you like, what you don't like about the game. That kind of stuff is helpful. Not that we're going to change too much right now, but it is useful. Here's the here's the leaderboard, by the way. I haven't beat hard yet, so it's just breach speed runs and you know, hard, superior, master, titan. So those are there, and we have help as well. So yeah, is there anything else to do here? No astrolabes to collect yet. I checked out everything in the shop. So once again, I started saying thank you for watching. Join us in the Discord. Join us on Instagram at Dungeons Obelisk. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.